You know that feeling when everything is going absolutely amazingly, and then suddenly you start to make excuses and you start to derail your progress. I have been there, and if you're watching this video, you have probably been there too. I remember I'd be making loads of progress in the gym, I'd be getting my fitness goals, and then I'd come home and eat a whole mountain of sweets, derailing my fitness goals. It could be in business. I'd have the list of potential clients there ready to phone, and I just wouldn't get around to phoning them, losing potential clients. Self-sabotage is real, and it has the potential to ruin your life unless you get it under control. And that's what this video is all about. Before we look at strategies on how to overcome self-sabotage, let's have a quick look and understand what it is in the first place. Self-sabotage originates from our self-worth that we develop as a child. Imagine you had a parent who ignored you as a child. Perhaps they were absent, they left you with family members, or they were just too preoccupied with their work to give you the attention that you needed. Now, in our young minds, we never blamed our parent. We'd always take in that information and find reasons as to why we were being treated in that way. In those situations, kids will quite often conclude that I'm the type of person who deserves to be ignored. Now, this is just one example of loads of different scenarios that could have happened within our childhoods, but these patterns and beliefs reappear throughout our entire life. Our brains cling to these initial conclusions that we made about the world around us, and they're constantly seeking validation from external sources to confirm these beliefs. They're not trying to look at the real situation and be logical and say, maybe mum was just working. So then we start to live in this vicious cycle of our initial belief of when we're 6 years old, looking to validate that belief of I'm worthless, I don't deserve X, and we live in that cycle. Imagine that you're a neglected child growing up, and then later on in life, things are actually going pretty well for you. You have success in your relationships, you have success in your business. However, something just doesn't align in your mind. You have that belief that I'm somebody who's worth ignoring. I'm somebody who doesn't deserve X. And this clashes with your reality in your current situation. And your subconscious tries to protect its image that it has about you, fearing that it might be wrong about your own self-worth. It resorts to self-sabotage, to maintain that status quo, to pull you back because it's so much more comfortable living in alignment with its initial beliefs about you. But to shatter these beliefs, we have to accept that a lot of what we know about ourselves and the world is completely distorted. Our beliefs about ourselves and the world were created before we were 6 years old. Imagine when you're in the circus and you see those funky mirrors and you have the massive head and you're super short. That's how we were perceiving the world. And it's time to start looking in a real mirror where everything's in proportion and see the reality for what it is. Imposter syndrome is a prime example of this distortion, a feeling of unworthiness despite real achievements in our past. Like fearing that people are going to see our massive head, when in reality, our head's in proportion. I think. Let's challenge this distorted vision that we have of ourselves and overcome this vicious cycle of self-sabotage and step into the lives that we know we're truly capable of. Let's look at 3 different strategies that you can use to overcome self-sabotage going forward and to take your life to the next level. The first strategy is in any moments of resistance, when you know there's something that you should be doing that will move your business forward, or there's something that you should be doing to move your fitness goals forward and you're not doing it, bring a curiosity to that moment. I wonder why I'm not phoning that potential client. I wonder why I'm not going out on my run today. What is that resistance behind it? Is it because I don't think that I deserve to make more money? Is it because I don't think I'm not the type of person who has a successful business? We want to bring that curiosity, get that self-awareness. And from this, we're looking for patterns in our behaviors, in our thoughts. And that will take us on to the next strategy, which is identifying and questioning those beliefs that we identify in the first step. So if there's the belief that I don't deserve to have more money, I don't deserve to be rich, I don't deserve to have a successful business, we want to get curious about that belief and ask ourselves, is it true that I do not deserve to be rich? No. Just because something happened in your childhood that made you have that belief about yourself, it's time to update that belief. We can let go of that belief and we need to change and update our software that we have in our minds. because we're not those 6-year-old boys and girls anymore. We're fully functioning adults. So that second strategy is rewriting the limiting beliefs that we have about ourselves. And the third strategy is take action. Even when it's uncomfortable, we have to push out of our comfort zone. We have to go on the other side and really push and let ourselves expand, get new opportunities, meet new people, new situations, and allow ourselves to open up and get to that next level of life. Nothing is going to change unless you change. So we need to change our actions and do it small if you need to. Maybe you phone one potential client instead of the whole 10, but do it. It doesn't have to be comfortable for us to do it. This is a big misconception that we have in the world at the moment. We're in the comfort crisis. Everyone wants to be completely comfortable. We have that fridge completely full. We don't have to leave our home, but we've got to stretch ourselves. We've got to push ourselves if we want something different in our lives. So those are the 3 strategies. The first one, self-awareness, bring that curious mind. I wonder why. The second one, identify those limiting beliefs that we have about ourselves and update them. We are not that 6-year-old anymore, I promise you that. And the third one, take action. Even if you're scared, take action. Just do it. Those are my magical 3 steps to overcoming self-sabotage that I've used in my life. So I hope they serve you. Let me know in the comments below which strategy you like most and if there's anything else that you use to overcome self-sabotage. And until the next video, take care of yourself. Ciao, ciao.